All right, y'all, let's talk about one of the wildest comeback stories in football. And no, I'm not talking about a fourth quarter rally. I'm talking about Hall of Famer Warren Sapp, who completely changed his life at 50 years old. All because of one phone call from Deion Sanders. Yep, Coach Prime strikes again. And the way the story unfolds? It's straight out of a movie. Think about it. A Super Bowl champion, a Dancing with the Stars finalist, even a shark fighter. Yes, really. Warren Sapp had done it all. But the one thing he swore he'd never do? Step foot in Mississippi and coach football. And then Prime called, and everything changed. So here's how it all started. In episode 6 of Coach Prime's playbook, Sapp opened up about the conversation that flipped his life upside down. When Deion first took the Jackson State job, Sapp told him straight up, "I love you to death, but there's no way in hell I'm coming to Mississippi." That was it. Case closed, or so he thought, but Prime had a vision, and he wasn't about to give up that easily. Sapp says Deion called him again later and said, "I ain't got no dogs right now, but when I get a couple, I'm going to need you." And that was the spark. Sapp realized if he wanted to be there when the call really came, he needed to finish what he'd started. That meant going back to school at 50. Imagine being a Hall of Famer, millions in the bank, Super Bowl ring on your finger, and deciding to go back and finish your undergrad degree in your 50s. That's exactly what Warren Sapp did. He hit the books again so he could officially join Deion Sanders' coaching staff. And it paid off. By 2024, Sapp was on board as a graduate assistant. Today, at 52, he's the senior defensive quality control analyst for Colorado, making $150K a year and doing what he never thought he'd do, coaching the next generation of pass rushers. And get this, he's loving it. For someone that never wanted to do this, I am really addicted to it right now, he admitted. The babies are really giving me a purpose in life. That's powerful stuff right there. And last year, it looked like the magic was working. Under Sapp's watch, Colorado's defense took a serious step forward. Sacks jumped from 28 to 39, and they ranked 16th nationally in sack yards. The trenches? Becoming an identity. But fast forward to this season, and things aren't quite so rosy. Colorado just took a tough 21-24 loss to BYU as nearly 50-point underdogs. Deion Sanders himself was fuming at the podium after that one, saying, "I'm at a loss for words. I take responsibility for the foolishness we call football." And it didn't take long before the fingers started pointing, especially toward the defensive front. On Nightcap, Chad Johnson summed it up in 3 words. Trenches, trenches, trenches. He's not wrong. Colorado ranks 125th in rushing defense, giving up nearly 200 yards a game. And the once feared pass rush? Just 1.2 sacks per game, ranking 111th in the country. So now the question becomes, was Warren Sapp's comeback story too good to be true? Or is this just the storm before the breakthrough? Because if there's one thing we know about Sapp and Deion, it's that they don't quit. Period. This is a man who's rebuilt his life more than once, from bankruptcy to reality TV to shark attacks. Yep, that happened. And now he's trying to rebuild a defense in Boulder. It might not look pretty right now, but stories like his, they're far from over. So what do you think? Is Warren Sapp the missing piece Colorado needs to turn things around? Or does Coach Prime need to shake up the trenches again? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you love comeback stories, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a second of this wild ride in Colorado. One phone call. One decision. And a Hall of Famer is rewriting his story at 52. That's the power of Coach Prime.